This segment of DelmarvaLife is brought to you by For All Seasons Behavioral Health and Rape Crisis Center.
Summertime is almost here, a time for fun and games, and also a time for routines turn upside down. As kids and families are preparing for this new season, it's important we think about how to prepare and how to prioritize our health, especially our mental health. Beth Anne Dorman, CEO at For All Seasons Behavioral Health and Rape Crisis Center, joins us to talk about how to make mental health a priority. Welcome back to Historic Studio D.
It is sunny and summer.
Yeah, one of those things.
One of those exciting things.
Well, we all know that sunny and summer, it's all fun and it's time to relax and everything, but what does this mean to our kids?
So it can mean a couple of things. It can be a really exciting time because there's less school and more activities. It can also be a time where kids might have a little bit of anxiety around things that are going to be different and structure and what does it look like for the summer. And so it's really important that we think about sort of the spectrum of what summer means for our kids.
Yeah, I had it. My youngest did not like the end of the school year. Everybody was excited and he did not like it for that very reason. So let's talk about another challenge, which can be lack of socialization for kids.
Yeah, you think about, we go to work every day, we see the same people, you might take a summer vacation, but you have that consistency throughout the year. Kids are used to going to school, they're used to being with their friends, they're used to seeing the same people. And when summer comes, because of maybe where people live or the camps that people attend or what families are able to afford or not afford, you can really lose connection with the friends. And so for some kids, it really becomes a stressful time. And if your child is someone who thrives in socialization, it can be really a jarring time when you go from full-on friends all the time to now it's time to be home and not see everyone as much as possible.
So what can we do?
So things like connecting to friends for play dates, intentional play dates, really thinking through, parents are so busy, there's so much going on, so sometimes, even myself included as a parent, it's a lot of work to schedule a play date, but really thinking through the summer and thinking how we can keep our children connected. Electronics can be the doom and gloom of summer, but there can also be a connection that's made through electronics. So having a conversation as a family about how electronics play into the summer. Is it that you can connect for an hour on, the kids have their microphones and their headsets? Is it maybe looking at ways that you can be involved in summer camps together, talking with other families, where are the kids going? Really having some intentional conversations around how we are able to put our children into social situations versus it being something that we just sort of let happen without a plan.
Yeah. But then again, there are some kids who would be just perfectly happy to sit there on their consoles playing all day on social media.
I mean, look, let's be real. Everybody can use a break sometimes. And so even as a parent, there are days where I will say, yes, please go enjoy yourself on your electronics because mommy needs a break. So it's just really important that we think about the structure and we really think about the time and making sure that our children have a complete day. And so nothing wrong at all with having a day on electronics, but how does that get balanced with physical activity outside or being able to go to the movies or do something as a family? Maybe it's a day trip instead of a 5-day vacation. The ways that we can really think about the best use of time, but also giving our kids just that chill time.
Yeah, because you can't overschedule them, even in the summertime.
I think our kids are overscheduled even through the school year. And so summer can be a little bit more, you've got different sports that happen in the summertime. And if you're at camp all day and you're tired and then you're at sports all night, or if you're someone who has a child who dances and those dance classes continue, we really do have to think about the sleep that our children need, that downtime that's so important, not just for the kids, but for parents as well. And making sure that we ourselves, as parents, are taking care of our own mental health in the midst of getting everyone where they need to be.
Yeah. Any words of advice or thoughts on how we can preserve mental health for everybody? I mean,
I think it really starts with conversation. So, as the adults, having a conversation around what is our bandwidth? What do we think that we can take on? What is possible and what's not? Giving ourselves permission to be able to say, we're not going to do as much next year or this summer as we did last year. Maybe it's that we're not taking as many vacations, or maybe we're the family who didn't do anything last year in terms of vacation, and we say, yes, we're all busy, but we're going to make this vacation a priority. So it's really about having conversation and then sticking to a plan once we have it, because it's so easy to put a plan in motion and then veer off from it, whether it's because we're stressed, because we're tired. So really trying to sort of put an accountability in that structure, in those conversations, and remembering that summer doesn't have to look perfect, and we don't have to spend a lot of money to have a good time. It doesn't mean that you have to take this extravagant vacation to Europe. You could go to Assateague for the day and just enjoy the sun, and it doesn't cost you anything other than the gas to get there.
Yep, absolutely. Beth Anne Dorman, CEO for All Seasons, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great summer.
Thanks. You too.
We'll be right back.